Hey, welcome back to Minecraft Through the Night, Alice. I'll be doggone that sun about to come up. See that sky growing red in the east? Shining down on our burnished copper Kyoto arch. Here it comes. Let's salute it with a sip of echinacea tea. I swear by this stuff. First time I feel like I'm getting a bit of a cold or something, sinus issue. Out comes the echinacea tea. And out comes the sun. Good morning, sun. Namaste. What are we going to do today? What are we going to do today? In this old Alpha Alice world here. Well, let's see where we are with our jet plate. Because I don't remember. Were we doing something over here? Oh gosh. Probably should have watched the previous video, huh? We're doing something with all this stuff. Resonant flux pack is up to 3.5 mega RF out of 50 million. Still far less than 10%. It is using up everything our magmatic dynamos can juice out there. I think I want to make another one. Or two. Is that jelly bells? Yes, it is. I was just telling jelly bears. So I went to see. Oh, you're looking great, sunshine. Jelly bears. I went to see my eye doctor last week. It was a thought that came to me out of the blue. It's one of those beautiful thoughts that will come to you when your brain is healthy and everything's working nominally, working well. Oh yeah, into pearls, yes. Please, thank you. And I had some eye damage a few years ago, and went to see him, and he suggested that I'll just grab all this stuff. He suggested that I get myself a pair of prescription glasses for driving at night. Because one of my eyes is not as good, not so good at night driving. It's the eye that I use up close now, but it's not so great at night driving. And so he wrote me up a prescription, and he actually did that many years ago, and I never got my prescription filled. Well, I went to fill it today. I did some Googling around. Went to fill that prescription today. And thought I was reading up, I thought Google told me that the local eye care center I went to was copacetic and had a special deal, 2 pair of glasses with plastic lenses for $70. Got there, oh no. 260 bucks for their very cheapest pair of frames with lenses. Yeah. Not cool. Not cool. Well, it was my mistake. I was looking at, on the web page, I was looking at item A and thinking about item B. So, my mistake, but not a mistake I'll make again. I did some more checking and found that there's an iMart Express within a few miles of me that will give me 2 pair of cheap plastic frames with plastic lenses, which is all I need. $40 same day. I just need these things for driving at night. You know, that's all. I don't need anything fancy-wancy. Whoa. Let's get that magmatic dynamo going, and then let's take these aluminum bore bearings out. Magma. These are Invars, right? So we need a couple of Invar gears. And this thing with the silver ingot. Okay. Give me 2 of these, please. And just like that, we got ourselves another magmatic dynamo to generate the juice to help pump up the volume to this piece of a jet plate that we've got finished. Beep. There we go. Wonder if I should push my luck and do yet another one. I think what I'll do is I'll just knock these 2 things off. Stick those redneck cabling up in there. I have done with that. Just about to hit the 10%. There it is, 10% on that flux pack, resonant flux pack. Now, do I have give me this thing, please. Whatever you call this thing, which I can't remember. Beep. Hopper. Do I have a chest in my inventory? I do not. It's okay. I can hopper me a hopper. Put a hopper on top of our hopper so we can hopper while we hopper. And now go grab this aluminum oreberry stuff. Jet plate. Jet plate. Jet plate. That is jet plate. Sort of my life right now. Jet plate. You know what? I want to knock this guy down. Wait a minute. Where'd you go? No. Give it back. That was dumb. How do I get this thing back? Wait, what? What just happened there? Wait a minute. There it is. Oh, that was just the drain. Well, what happened to my... Oh, wrong. What in the world is that thing doing? It's a bit exasperating. Just a little bit exasperating here. Like that. Okay. Well, where'd my other hopper go? What is that thing? Oh no! It took my hopper and it turned it into iron, molten iron. Dang. Dang a wang. What's in there? Alumite, aluminium. Where'd that aluminium come from anyway? I don't know, man. Is that clock working? I'm sure it will when there's enough to process. Well, let me tell you, I was out working in my truck today. I've got a past little problems with my truck right now. It's a 1998 Ford F-150. Oh, hands itching now. And well, the problems with it, I won't leave you hanging there. The problems with it are how come that's not working? Oh, snap. Give me all this stuff back. I gotta grab this back. The problem is the iron is underneath it. The aluminum is on top of it. Let's get those 5 iron ingots out of there. This way. My truck has had a problem with the a long time problem with P171, 174 trouble codes. Now that means the banks 1 and 2 are running too lean, which means getting too much oxygen into the engine, too much oxygen, not enough fuel. That's what that means. So I recovered my 5 iron, but not my chest. Well, okay. It's the price I pay for being dumb. Beep. Beep. All right, we'll sleep through this Minecraft night. Number 1, we got an early start. Sleep through this night. Although really, there's no real organic reason we got to sleep through the Minecraft nights now, because we got the Magnum torch up top. Except I use it to give myself an indicator of how many days, how many days and nights we're out here. Good morning, son. Namaste. I've had this P171, 174 problem for a long time, and I have a mechanic whom I believe is a really good mechanic. He has had my truck twice over the years, looking at it, checking it, but not able to specifically find the problem with it. And I haven't forced the issue because the truck runs fine. It runs fine. It's not it doesn't have any trouble with running. So essentially, my truck has been tripping these lean bank trouble codes for many years. Many years. I'm embarrassed to tell you how many. Let's just say many. Oops, I don't want that. I want this. Copper 10 ingot. Well, recently I realized that my tailpipe rusted off, fell off behind the muffler, past the muffler. And being the cheap ass that I am, I didn't haven't not gone to a muffler shop to replace the tailpipe. It gives a little bit of it's louder now. It gives a little bit of a rumble to it. It's okay. However, it started making an unusually loud rumble, and my son listened to it, and he thought it was lifters, sticky lifters. And I'm like, that's not going to be a problem with my vehicle. Number one, son. But I had a good friend of his come over and diagnose it with us for me one night, and his friend Ryan found that the EGR pipe had totally disconnected had rusted away from the EGR valve. And I finally had some time to dig into it today. The weather finally warmed up sufficiently again for me to dig into the truck. I haven't driven it too much since then, just once or twice. And the truck runs. It sounds like heck, but it runs. I have no idea what my gas mileage is. I haven't checked it lately. Haven't run it enough to fill it back up and check the gas mileage on it. However, so today was really the first chance. The weather was mild today. It warmed up a bit, and had the chance to go check it out, get up under the hood and whatnot. And think I have at least a temporary fix. There's some muffler tape that the guy at O'Reilly sold me. $6 solution if it works. But I think I'm going to go to Lowe's and find me a hardware fitting that will slide over both sides of it before I wrap the muffler tape and then a couple of pipe clamps around it. And while I was digging into that, I decided to start checking the lean engine codes too, and I started checking around and mass airflow sensor, O2 sensor, PCV valve, EGR valve, throttle body, and got a lot of ideas for, we're almost at 10% now on the flux pack. Got a lot of ideas for checking the next good day I get. It's going to be really warm tomorrow, but I'll be teaching tomorrow for the first time this semester, so I'm not sure I'll get to it tomorrow, but have a passel of things to look for on my truck now. While I was in the middle of doing that stuff, walking back and forth to my shop to see if I had a fitting back there, I saw this little white dog down in the ditch next to my house. Long story short, it's a stray. No collar, no tag, and it was too late to call. I called animal control, but it was too late for them to do anything, for them to send anybody out, so they sent a cop. And the officer helped me to shoo it into my neighbor's backyard. And that was a bit of a surprise for Dennis. That was a kind of an awkward conversation. Hey, Dennis, man, I kind of shoot a stray dog into your backyard with your chickens. I knew I couldn't take the dog inside my house, and I knew I couldn't take it into my backyard because of my dog, Jimmy Sue. She kind of territorial about that. She don't like them other dogs messing with her yard, you see. So I couldn't have that little dog in my yard. But anyway, I'll be calling animal control tomorrow to see if they can help get that dog some medical care and maybe find out who the owner is. Okay, that took up a bunch of my evening today. Okay, now I think I'm going to need some more aluminum ore berries to finish out. Really, I don't. Oh yeah, I do. I need a few more. We're at 880. Let's go drop a few more in here. Let's Give me these two things back, please. Keep those in my golden bag of holding. Let's see. Every time I see my golden bag of holding, I think of Tweedle. Tweedle and our Bit Limit Dungeoneering group, and how Tweedle wanted to climb into his golden bag of holding. While he was holding, what was the item? He wasn't holding a golden bag of holding. He was holding something different. Okay, so 9 of these things make a bar. 9 bars make a block. Ugh. Oh, oops. 9, so 81. So 1296 divided by 81. Let me pull up my little calculator here. 1296 divided by 81. I've done the math before. 16. So 16 of these nuggets make what? Each nugget is worth 16. 1296 minus. Okay, instead of pulling up my. I'll do it on my phone here, my very fast, super smartphone. 1296 minus 880 equal 1208 divided by 16. That can't be right. That gives me 75.5 nuggets. Is my math all screwy? No, wait a minute. No. My phone is screwy. 1296 minus 880 416. There we go. Divided by 16 equals 26. So 26 McNuggets, aluminum McNuggets here. 26 McNuggets, and I've only got 20. So let's go get 6 more McNuggets. Beep. 4. A watched nugget never pops. Do 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 do. So have you heard the one about? Doing some jumping jacks. Da, 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 da. Tell you what, let's do. Let's come over here and eat some ore berries while we wait. Perhaps we need to replace. I think we need some more open blocks tanks too. Tell me I didn't eat an aluminum ore berry. I hope I didn't. Oh, it's nighttime already. Nighttime too. There's one more. Hopefully this thing don't make a liar out of me. But back to our magmatic dynamo. Back to our jet plate. Back to our flux pack. We're at 11 mega and some change. How's this doing? We're at 1200. So if my maths are correct, these 6 will do the deed. And clear out the tank. There it goes. 1296. Complete. Empty. And empty. Good. Excellent. That alumite dough. What's 1296 divided by 9, by the way? 144. So 144 nuggets of alumite. So that's half a bar of alumite right there. Hello, moon. Let's hop up here and get to sleep for a night 2. Bip. One more Minecraft day. How are we going to spend it together? We're not jet plate, I guess, right? Bip, 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 bip. Good morning, son. Namaste. This dog, I wondered about adopting this dog, but I'm only going to be in this house and yard for a few more months. The dog is really old, and we're working on flux thrusters, if I recall. We got the 4 glowstone elevation units, and I think we've got the top and the top. All we need now is the resonant thruster, I believe. That's what we need. The dog looks very old, and honestly, maybe it just needs to be put down. I couldn't tell. I had a moment where I thought it must be blind, but it did seem to see me okay. After me and the cop, the nice cop, the good cop, had chased the dog into Dennis's yard and corralled it there. And after I had talked to Dennis, I was back up under the hood of my truck working on stuff, and I see my neighbor's kid, Caden, come around the corner. And Caden and his Uncle Jeff, who is, I think, Zach's brother, maybe. Caden and Jeff had a leash, and they were looking in the ditch. And I said, "Are you guys looking for a dog?" And they said, "Yeah, they're looking for a dog, a little stray." So we're missing the T in the middle. That's where we were last night. Missing that T in the middle, which is the innervation dynamo. 2 resonant flux ducts. Let's get some resonant flux ducts going. I just need 2 of them, right? 2. So let's go. Beep. We need that stuff in the middle. Which is hardened glass. So let's go make up a bunch of hardened glass. Hardened fluid duct, hardened servo, hardened glass. Okay, 4 pulverized obsidian and 1 lead. Pulverized obsidian and 1 lead, or a bit of molten lead into an obsidian. 72. So 72 molten lead. Is that 1 ingot's worth? I thought 1 ingot was 144. Plus an obsidian. Well, we need to do it this way. 4 pulverized obsidian plus lead. Okay. 4, so we need 3 lead. Okay. All right, let's go make some hardened glass. I will let us get started on those thrusters. swear I thought I had some of this stuff, but I guess I didn't. Guess I used it all. Yeah, this dog, so Caden and Jeff said that the dog was not blind, it was deaf. And as they said that, I suddenly realized that's what the deal was. The dog is deaf. Okay, there's 6 hardened glass. Hopefully that'll be enough for now. I could always make more. I don't really have a shortage of either obsidian or of lead. Lead more than obsidian. Beep. Okay, so let's go back to work our top down here. Beep. Okay, actually, I want those. What were they called? Trent. Redstone energy flux ducts. I might need another. I might need 12 of them. Flux. Okay. Now, redstone energy flux ducts. Is that them? Yes. How much? 2,000. So 2 pieces of redstone per. So I need 24 redstone, I think. 24 redstone. Okay. Oops. Hit one too many escapes there. Poor little dog, though. This poor dog was just trembling, just absolutely terrified, man. And I stayed in that ditch with that dog for. I probably spent a half an hour trying to get the dog to come to me and chill out, relax. But to no avail. It wouldn't eat any food. It didn't look particularly hungry or malnourished. It was a small dog, about the size, a little bit bigger than a Chihuahua. It definitely looked like a mix, part Chihuahua. But had a bad sore, an injury on its back that I couldn't tell what it was, and it was red around the injury. You know, I'm not a redstone energy flux duct. Plus, can I make some of that right now? For that, 3 to 3. 3, 3, 3, and 3. Good, I can. Okay. So now I have the resonant flux duct. I think I have everything except the innervation dynamo. Oh, and the redstone bucket. Okay. So 10. Let's get my buckets out. Do I have buckets in here? I do have one bucket. And I've got buckets in my here. Let's go grab that, just in case that's not enough. I need 20. The dog was a little bit bigger than a Chihuahua. It looked like it was well fed, but it moved very feebly, like it was very old. Okay, good. So I've got 2 buckets worth of this stuff. Bip, bip. Okay. And let's select the baked potato so we don't go running in with the destabilized redstone and pour that all over the place. Bip, 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 bip. Now the innervation dynamo. Some tell me this is going to be a pain. Oh, no, not really, just electrum, man. So I need 2 electrum gears, redstone transmission coil, which is not a problem. Make one more just for good measure. A couple of gears. And now the only question is, do I have enough electrum to finish this out? And I do. Good. Oh, I need one more though. I need another, because this is just for one. And I am now out of electrum. Out of electrum. Out of electrum. Okay. Electrum's easy though. Gold. Plus silver. Gold and silver makes electrum. Let's make about 10 or 12 of these things, shall we? About 6. I've seen Jimmy tremble when it's thunderstorms and whatnot, but this dog was trembling. It was trembling just about worse than I've ever seen Jimmy tremble. Whole body, and it's such a small dog. It moved feebly, as if it was very old, and I think as Jeff and Caden pointed out, it was deaf, completely deaf. Ooh, what was that thing? What is that? QED. Quite elegant device. QED. I could totally make that. Oh yeah, and that's what goes into a No. Ender Quarry has a similar recipe, but of course requires 2 endothermic pumps. Oh man, I love this. A QED. Powerful machine that can absorb and control ender flux to craft incredibly powerful items. Place ender crystal pillars nearby. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Innerva. Boop. Boop. 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. 3, 4. We got another innervation dynamo, which is going to lead us to. Boop. We need 4 more. Enderium. 4 more enderium. Diddly dad, widdly wad. Enderium. Resonant ender. Shiny metal. Shiny metal. We are out of shiny metal. And now, we come to the crux of things. We're out of the shiny metal. Well, and we're out of time, too. I'll put this resonant thruster here. Make myself a mental note that we need Shinigami, shiny metal. Hope that poor little dog is doing good tonight. We left food out, or I left food out for it. Went back over there to take the food to it. And Dennis said, the dadgum dog had gone right into his fish pond and was drowning in it. And he pulled it out. Poor thing. Looked helpless as it could be. If it wasn't blind, it must have been looking for a, it must have been thirsty, right? Well, I put water out and it didn't seem to want it. Well, I'm sure things will work out and that dog will be fine tomorrow morning, and we'll get it some medical care and take it from there. Where are we at on our flux capacitor? Flux pack. 17 meg out of 50. Press U while wearing to open GUI. Nice. That's going to do it for Minecraft Through the Night for tonight. Thanks for joining me. And I always appreciate your feedback and knowing what you think about the channel. I appreciate hearing what you like about it and things you can do without. For me, this is good. It helps me to talk about things that sometimes I would not otherwise have anybody else to talk about these things with, so it's good for me. We need shiny metal, dude. You got any shiny metal? Nope. Need the shiny, sheeny shiny. With that, let's go to sleep meditating on, ooh, that's almost full. How much, where we can get our shiny metal. We know where we can get our shiny metal. It comes from shiny ore and as a byproduct of platinum. What's it called? You know what it's called? Shiny. A byproduct of ferrous or nickel. 10% byproduct. Both of which will require mining. Oops, get back up here to your bed, dog. I'll see you next time, Minecraft Through the Night, Season 3 in this world called Alice. This wonderland called Alice. Have a good evening now.